would want to have a look at other players and what they offer. Because Austria, Germany, he would have a fair idea. And because he may not get all the other boys we are talking about, all the other big boys, he would want to look at other players. Maybe the Pepres and all, want to look at Akon again. Even at Akon, I don't know if his club side will allow him to leave.
Yeah, that's, so...
Or maybe a few local boys. You never know. And so, it's a complicated matter. But Nathan, to be honest, I think that in terms of World Cups we've been to, this may be one World Cup that will see us parade a stronger technical team than a stronger playing body. I mean, that's it. We would have very fine brains on our bench, very good technical support. But in terms of the playing body, we are not in a good place. We can only talk about Semenyo today as our only informed player.
Yeah.
And then, to a certain extent, Benjamin Asare. Okay. Apart from that, who else? Who else comes in and then changes the look and feel of this team? Who else? Who else does that? Our captain, Jordan Ayew, games few and far between. You get it. Kudus Mohammed injured. You don't know what Kudus Mohammed you are going to get at the tournament. Thomas Partey, game time, challenges here and there. Psychologically, is he in a good place? All of those questions we would have to ask. Kwesi Sibo, how well tested is he? Alexander Djiku, since he moved to Russia, we haven't seen too much of him, but we are expecting him to come and man that defense and actually lead that defense. Laterals, we are all over the place. Ali Duseidu, Tariq Lamptey injured. Now we are talking about Lord Amo has been monitored. I mean, Simpson also is being monitored. There are issues. And so we may go to the World Cup with one of the teams, with one of our weakest teams at the World Cup so far.
In terms of playing, in terms of players.
In terms of players.
But we'll have a strong technical team.
We'll have a strong technical team.
Sporty FM.
So, I mean, I don't know how it works out eventually, but we can only hope for the best, Nathan.
Well, yeah. I hadn't thought of it that way until I read the write-up from Daniel Kranz. And I think he makes a very, very solid point about the timing of the friendly, what it means for squad building ahead of the World Cup. And I agree with you. We are walking into a World Cup with a lot of uncertainty over the playing body and a lot of uncertainty surrounding what we are going to present in terms of players, right? Because some of the most important players are either injured, their recoveries will happen just before the World Cup, and it may not give them enough rhythm. And then there are those who are completely ruled out.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very tough time for Otto Addo. I'm very concerned if that Mexico friendly is going to be used to still assess players. I think that it will be too late in the day.
That will be the final justifier for some of the names we see on the team sheet.
That one game?
Yeah. Final justifier.
But don't you think that by May 22, the Black Stars head coach should have figured out his squad by then?
He'll have a fair idea. But that Mexico friendly would give him the opportunity to look at a few more, especially in the absence of some of his key boys. You get it? So we might hear a couple of names, some from the US, some from Mexico, like Alado, Ezekiel, like Ezekiel and Lado and co. I'm sure you'd get a lot of those names. You'll find a lot of those names in there.
I think that if by May 22, we are still trying to figure out players, that won't be good, because by then we should have had a fair idea of who's going and who's not.
So who travels to Mexico that time? Who travels to Mexico that time to go and play? Who would?
Because it's outside the FIFA sanction window.
Exactly. So who would be playing there? And if we have
is that why you're saying that then we'll have to use that friendly to bring in some of the other guys?
Of course.
But who will be available? It's not a FIFA sanction.
Yeah, so you may have to rely on players some players from the MLS, of course, Joseph Pinson and likes may get the opportunity to play. And then a few other players who may seek permission from their club to make a case of, and they might make a case of, let's allow us to go and play in that tournament so we can justify our inclusion in the World Cup squad. Teams may allow them to go. And then we see, and we may get a lot of home-based stars also traveling to Mexico. You get it. So, I mean, by then, Otto would be 70% through in terms of finalizing the squad. And then that Mexico friendly possibly gives him his final 30% to sort out his bench issues. Possibly. That's what we might get. But listeners, if you're listening to us this morning, you can give us a call. Let's talk about Champions League. Let's talk about UEFA Champions League action. Let's talk about the games from last night. 19 goals were scored in 4 games. And the round of 16 playoff contest is looking very, very interesting with Inter Milan hoping to overturn their 3-1 deficit in the second leg. So Stade Giuseppe Meazza should be an interesting ground for Bodo Glimt to test their might one more time against Inter Milan. We'll see if they'll survive that test. But yesterday, Karabakh, they failed to win. And Arsenal also failed to win yesterday. Arsenal took a 2-goal lead and found a way to bottle it late on. Let's hear you. Let's hear from you this morning. 0542 571061 0542 571061. Arsenal fans, is it all over or there's still hope? Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning, Ray.
Yes, sir.
This is Annabelle Makateo.
Annabelle, let's hear you.
You see, I'm still in bed. I swear. Ateta must be fired. I swear.
Oh, why should he be fired?
See, regardless of how far he has brought the team, Charlie, I'm sick. We are sick. No Ghana fan will tell me this morning that he's not sick.
But Annabelle,
the thing is getting, yeah.
Arsenal are 5 points clear of Manchester City. 5 points.
My brother.
And wait, Annabelle. And City would only bring it down to 2 if they win their game. And we can't guarantee City will obviously win that game in hand. You know, there are no guarantees. So Arsenal are still in a good lead.
Nobody says we are not in a good lead.
So why panic?
But when the good lead keep cutting down, and looking at whilst we are dropping, we are losing form, City is now picking up. That is the problem here. If City was like a month ago City or a month and a half ago, I don't think there will be panic. Now City is got Semenyo, their forward is firing. This is the time that at least we should keep winning some of these games. We keep on saying that in the EPL, the smaller teams, the relegation threatening teams that you think you will easily run over them, they are the ones that gives you troubles. Everybody knows that. And that is why you should take those teams serious. How can you bottle 2-0 lead when you are looking forward to keep the 6-point gap? Why? I mean, we are getting sick. Frankly speaking, this morning, I don't know what to do. A man has to get up, go to work, go find money. But because of this thing that we have gotten ourselves involved, supporting this thing with our hearts, some of us are getting worried. And this guy is sitting there. It seems he doesn't have any strategy, any way to support himself to be able to keep going. This thing happened 3 seasons ago. Last season, the same thing. And this season too. This season that all these things doesn't have enough form. What time again are we going to be able to win this title if we don't do it this season? Look at City, how they started the season, to where they are going. Look at Liverpool. We don't have much challenge, let's be honest. Who is challenging us? Is it Aston Villa or Man United coming up to number 4? Look at us. We are bottling this. We had a lot of space. Now the space has cut to 2. This one, I wouldn't say it's still 5.2. I would say it's 2. Because over the weekend, we are playing Tottenham. We couldn't even win against Wolves. What are we going to do with Tottenham? It's scary. It's getting scary. Friends are just mimicking us all over. What is this? What is this?
I beg, dress up and go to work. Dress up and go and look for money.
What is this? It's getting somewhere. Now you see, my fellow colleagues will come. Some of them will be laughing, will be pointing. They say, "Oh, back to default." They will be saying all kinds of things. We are getting sick and tired of this unpurposeful thing. Charlie.
Anyway, Arsenal still win the league. Arsenal still win the league. Don't worry. Okay.
Charlie.
Have a good day. Have a good day, Annabelle. My Arsenal fans, let me hear from you this morning. 0542571061. Are you in panic mode, or you think Arsenal will still see this job out? Hello, good morning to your name and where are you calling us from?
Yo, bro, Raymond.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, bro.
Morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Let's hear.
Oh, Nathan. Oh, yeah. Nathan, can I have a...
Yeah, Nathan is good. He just stepped out briefly. He'll be back in a bit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Bro, this is by the City fan. Yeah.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Charlie. You see, yesterday I called Fiata.
Yeah.
And I tell them that for the first half, I tell them that I'm not supposed to kill the game for the first half. You can't play with relegation team. He was struggling to skill the game for the first half. If they almost score for the first half, they almost equalize the goal for the first half. If we are playing with relegation team like that, you're supposed to kill the game for the first half. The Arsenal fan call, they say football is it's a 90-minute game, so it's not about killing the game for the first half. And I said, okay, let's wait and see. Charlie, I was shocked. Yesterday I was shocked. I can't even breathe. Charlie, it's over. This league is over. They should forget about it. Because after Tottenham game, you are playing with Brighton. They stop Brighton. After Brighton, you go what do they call it? Chelsea. Can you beat Chelsea? You know, you can't guarantee that. You will surely draw points. So my brother, they have a long. They voted the league already. That's why we are calling them the voter FC. They voter FC. They will vote this league again. Four times, you know, what's the challenge? It's very shocking. This is very shocking, bro. You see, it's like mentally, you have to talk to the guys, the players. Mentally, they can't focus. Like they don't know. They are playing out of pressure. Like they are playing under pressure. So there is pressure on them. You see, so they can't focus. Like they can't play. So my brother, they are voting the league already. So bro, they are done. Right. So we are going to take the league again, bro.
Right,
Thanks, bro.
right.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show. And that was a Manchester City supporter who believes that Manchester City can take advantage of Arsenal's slip. Let me pick another caller. Good morning to you, your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning, Raymond.
Yes, sir.
Raymond, today I'm calling from ALT Corner.
Okay. We'll be there this Sunday.
I'm already there, boo.
Fantastic.
I think the league there. Oh, we make a calm down, or we make a
no,
fire.
you make you calm down.
Make a calm down.
Yeah.
But wait, I keep telling you guys that Arsenal is a bottling company like Cataprecon, like the T-Hawk and the Baron Distillery. Like, I keep telling you before this thing. Reggie, see, Arsenal, they don't have the character. They don't have the impetus. You understand? They don't know. They don't even know how it feels to win league in this modern day football. Oh yeah. I'm talking about modern day football.
Yeah.
And modern day football, like it's just about nearly 20 years now. You understand?
Yeah.
And Arsenal can never win the league. They can never win the Champions League. They will always be, there's this one lady that always calls on you guys your show. I don't know her name. Well, what's the meaning of NSS in Ghana?
NSS?
Yeah.
That's National Service? Oh?
No. The lady said it's not National Service, so it's near success syndrome.
Oh, I see.
She says it's near success syndrome. And I can see Arsenal swimming in the near success syndrome pool. You understand? I know. I'm not the Lakers in a rain. It is a football workout, and I'm like,
no, of course, it's here.
My brother, they cry.
Yeah.
Oh, I love my brother. I think that makes no kill himself. He lived. He never knew us now until he started supporting them. I'm begging my brother. I know he's a hard-working man. We love him so much. We want him to wake up and then put on his clothes and then go to work because the kids go chop. I beg you. And today I'm not going to give us some sound bites. Yeah, unless maybe you people see the sound bites. He said, he say after wake up go job where you people make what come them. Oh, God.
Thank you very much,
Charlie,
Mr.
God will be Arsenal's refuge.
Right.
Charlie, kudos to you guys. We
All
there
right.
on standby. We just talk the show 247.
Sharp.
You know, so bye-bye.
All right. Have
Raymond,
a good...
Yep, Raymond, yep.
0542571061. Give us a call. Let's. I mean, Arsenal fans, let me hear from you this morning. Are you going to see this out? Are you going to get this over the line? Possibly with 2 points or even more. Good morning to your name and where are you calling us from?
Very good morning.
Yes, sir.
This is Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, calling you from 6th floor.
From where?
I did 6th floor. Sorry, building 6th floor. No busy. You work well. You got bill.
That's one. Just say, oh, boy, hard and pay.
Enter off. Master, you got bill 6th floor.
Right.
Everybody was 6th floor. Where you can do?
Nathan is around. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can do the Arsenal. Every day they talk about Ateta, even if you win the league, rather for Saka. For Saka. Ateta, if you go start for West Ham, then everything they come. Because Arsenal and young college, you see, last time I was telling Kusiaka that, like some coaches they are not meant for the big size. They are not meant for the, because it is really a league manager. And then, like, Arsenal won the league about 2-3 seasons ago. Because we need to happy to be understand. We need Saka at an idea. The game, the league. Because against Wolves at the Emirates, then you lead 2-0. Then at the death of the game, we will equalize it. We can go. Manager being a better on the quest to win the league. And on there, not to do with you. He is now picking from back. So as Anobi was talking, the league is not 5-0. And mind you, City 2 has an outstanding game. This weekend you are playing against Tottenham. Tottenham 2, you've gotten a new manager bounce. Definitely, only me Haka. Understand? The City 2 is winning. So you get to win enough, the points not be happy. And I think they higher 1 point. Then you are going up to the end of the season. You think that now will survive. And even naturally, as the points are getting closer, and the tension about the two Arsenal players, because this City team, they have been in this situation before. 1 point between them and Liverpool. They went all the way to the end of the season. Can Arsenal do this? They can't. So my simple advice is, even if you win this league, and if they want even Arsenal to become one of the big sides in the European Champions League continuously, Arteta can't do this. Because where he has built this team to, it's okay. But then they need an elite manager with that winning mentality so that he can plant that into their dice. So that they can win the league continuously, even once or twice in 3 seasons. Because you can't be doing this for 3 seasons. For 3 seasons. Every day you'll be leading 10 points, 8 points. Then you'll be reducing the points. Draw, lose. Then you win maybe 2-3 matches. But then City, Gabriel always about flopping. Whoa. You see this weekend, you go see how I go score the team. I don't know the team that they play black. I go see how I go score the team. So that for the pressure them on.
Yeah.
Then mind you have a game at the Etihad. You'll be going there. So at the end of the day, 1 point. Yes, now the new coordinator. Now see the power issue. Understand? So me at that again. You can't uncle Crystal Palace, West Ham, Everton, because big teams are meant for big managers.
Right.
And not when I'm trying hero. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
On the 6th floor,
Bohan. Have a good one. Give us a call, 0542571061. So, Manchester City, they play Newcastle this weekend, and Arsenal, of course, will be playing in the North London Derby. Good morning to your name and where are you calling us from?
Hey, as long as I'll be able to penetrate onto the show. Yesterday, you don't try you.
Oh, what happened yesterday?
You don't try, Charlie. The way we get this for we won't pull out yesterday.
So you can still pour. You can still pour.
Oh, no more. Oh.
But you've not told us your name and where you're calling us from. The listeners want to know.
Yeah, this is Raymond.
Yes.
Yesterday, the way I fired up yesterday, Charlie, we must say, let us say, because we say, no, make it close. The way they treat me.
You go feel bring the fire.
Yesterday, you see, I was listening, you see, the cat in this, I was listening to where he was speaking. And I thought they would open the phone line, Charlie, and I'll ask him a simple question. Charlie, what the man go talk? I talked yesterday, like, if he resign yesterday.
Hey.
Yes. He should have resigned if he should have resigned yesterday. What he said on radio. Should have resigned. You go and sit on someone public company. They are telling the people they should put their budget out. Like, does he know his job at the FA? The black tax is for the state. So if you are demanding accountability, it's all right. You go and sit on someone's private company. They are telling them they should put their budget out because Ghanaians are demanding accountability of the black tax. And you are saying, and the people who give you 1 million to run the league, you are telling them that now, Charlie, it's no need. These people give you money. They give you money.
Sporty FM.
Charlie, and you come and sit down there. What the president is saying, non fast is midless. Charlie, what he said yesterday, what he said last 2 days ago. Charlie, I thought you were at this time you have resigned. Charlie, it's so serious. It's so serious. It's so serious. Charlie, you go and say that it's needless. The taxpayers' money. It's needless for you to. You are saying you are doing some analogy that the fire. Yeah, I don't know what this man is still doing at school. But as a Ghanaian, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, really. I'm not surprised. Yesterday, the way I fired up yesterday, when he was sitting there, that day you were making a show. So I was tuning in left and right. I told you they will really open the phone like that. I will even Charlie, like the way I will ask us what it is. Hi. Hi, Cascade. I don't blame him. You go and sit down for some small people. We put people to over while there's something go to vote for him, and we come and sit down and be talking anything, talking anyhow. It's needless. It's needless. To how do you call it? To put a budget that the government is funding. It's needless. Hi, Kate.
Emmanuel.
Hi.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. Your point well made. 0542571061. Let me pick 2 more calls and then we get into the business of the day. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, sir.
This is Ellie from Spinters.
Ellie, let's hear you.
The Arsenal issue that we said it, but the Arsenal fans really believe us. So it has happened. Even though it's still 5 points, but I'm not sure Arsenal they themselves were demoralized. If you don't know, this weekend they are playing home. They might even drop more points this weekend. Yeah, so the Arsenal title race, let's forget about it. They've lost the title. Even though people still won't agree, but they've lost it.
How have they lost the title? The league hasn't ended.
Oh, Nathan.
Yes.
Oh, Nathan. Something. This Premier League, I follow the Premier League for a very long time. You and Ray, you know how it is. You know the dynamics. When Liverpool focused on a few years ago, we all saw it. Even though Liverpool were still leading, that was 3 points or 4 points. We all knew that the pressure. Arsenal, these guys, they will crumble under pressure. That's what I said about 3 months ago. And I said, a time will come, they will crumble under pressure. Because you can't tell me that Wolverhampton, you take a 2-goal lead. And I like Wolverhampton wanted to come and equalize. And it's the manner in which they equalize in the last minute. The guys, that mental toughness is not there. Arsenal guys, they are flamboyant players. They can play ball. But to go to the extreme of winning major titles, they are not there yet. And their manager is also not there yet. No, Arteta has spent over £800 million, and you can see it. You see, this City team has not been okay. That's why I said Liverpool. My team is Liverpool. Last thing that City and Arsenal were not in good shape, see how Liverpool won the league. We didn't want anything to be like a title race. So Liverpool just opened a wide gap and won it. The first and won against City in 2020 at the COVID time. You saw the point gap. You see, but if you want to go toe to toe with City, no, you can't go with Guardiola toe to toe if you want to win it in a wide margin. But if you want to go down 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, that guy will catch you because his mental toughness is up there. That's why he's one of the greatest managers. And Arteta cannot impact that knowledge on his guys. Yeah, so that's what I have to say this morning. Arsenal, they've lost the title. Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. Arsenal fans will be happy this morning.
Why there's this conclusion?
Later, let me pick my final call.
Arsenal have lost the league. Hey.
Good morning to your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning, Raymond. This is John from airport.
John, let's hear you.
Raymond, Arsenal, they are not serious, Raymond.
Oh, why?
They are not. Yeah. Oh, never. Raymond, true. Arsenal are not serious. Because Raymond, look at last season Liverpool. When Liverpool saw that City are not informed, Arsenal are not informed. Look at how they managed to win the league. And look at the way Arsenal is playing. Raymond, do you watch their last goal?
Yeah.
You watch Arsenal? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I
look, Raymond, look at how the defenders. Look at how they defend. It was very, very
from
poor.
The goalkeeper.
Yes, it was very, very poor. So you cannot play like this and then win the Premier League. Raymond, Arsenal, they are not serious. They are not serious at all.
But John,
yeah, I'm listening to you.
Arsenal have a 5 points lead now.
Oh no, it's not 5-0.
It's 5 at the moment.
At the moment it's 5, but Raymond, in spirit, it's not 5. Because it's you who always say things in spirit, and you know that in spirit is not 5.
How do you know in spirit is not 5?
No, let us ask Raymond, because Raymond is a spiritual person, and you know that in spirit is not 5.
John, this one I've not seen it. This one
he hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen it.
Raymond, you have not seen it.
This one I've not seen it.
If you have not seen it, but me, I've seen it. So Raymond, in spirit is not 5.
Okay.
But Raymond, by the way, this Bordeaux Green, these teams, they are good. Oh.
No, at home, they are very difficult side to beat.
But Raymond, are you sure that Inter can come back for 3-1?
Oh, but 3-1 is a salvageable scoreline. Yeah. But of course, it means that Inter will have to risk it a little. But but
Raymond, have you seen Inter always concede at home? Yeah. Inter always concede at home. So both the game, maybe they can score 1 goal, and it will be very, very difficult for Inter. Raymond.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It's all possible. Right, John. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Nathan. Okay. I think one final.
Otufo hasn't called. Otufo said
he called.
He scored. Okay. I was attending.
He asked you.
I was attending to some business.
Good morning to your name and who are calling us from.
Afaya now back to Arsenal. You say you've not seen this thing in spirit. Hey, Ray.
I've not seen.
Ray. You've not seen this one.
I've not seen it.
Hey, Ray. Are you sure?
Emmanuel, I've not seen.
Hey, Ray.
Maybe Nathan has seen it. Me, I've not seen it.
Hey, no. Let's take Nathan out of this one. Nathan is not good in that aspect. We should take Nathan out. You are the one always bringing spiritual realms. Charlie, always doing some skirmishes. Today you say you don't see anything.
Oh, me, I've not seen yet.
Hey, Raymond.
So what have us now done?
Oh, see, you see the way I'm surprised today. Arsenal fans are saying they should start Arteta. You see, Nathan. I hope you remember. I told you that when you start Arsenal, when you start Arteta, Arsenal fans will come for you. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah.
It's like now they're giving up.
Oh, but how have they given up?
Hey. You don't shut up everywhere when you're sleeping. Say Arteta's looking your ass. You will see.
Emmanuel, thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. And I think Emmanuel will be my final caller for the morning. Yes. Hey, Nathan, let me take this last one. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Ray, Nathan didn't hear my voice. He said 2-4 didn't call.
But 2-4. Raymond said you called. Sorry, I was outside dealing with something.
Yeah.
No, Nathan, I couldn't even address my issues well. Oh,
hey.
Nathan.
2-4, but you said what you wanted to.
Ray, are you the one explaining my issues for me?
Oh.
I have my own issues and I wanted to address them.
Okay.
And I couldn't address them well.
You're my final caller. Let me hear you.
But Ray, I don't like the fact that you are saying that that's now that is 5 points down. But Ray, now we are beginning to doubt your spiritual prowess. See, Ray, henceforth, you have no business talking about anything spiritual.
You see,
this simple writings on the wall.
Otunfo.
Yes.
You see, I cannot say what hasn't been revealed to me in spirit.
Be like,
No. I cannot say what hasn't been revealed to me in spirit. So, I mean, I see us now 5 points clear. That's what I see. That's what we all see.
But we are revealing it to you.
Okay.
Ray, we are all spiritual people. Ray, you are not the only spiritual person. We are all spiritual people, and I'm revealing it to you, Ray. You know what we say to us about Arsenal tonight?
No.
Ray, sir, first half, Arsenal over 1.5. Ray, like Sunday, everything you go drink, everything you go chop would have been on me. But for us now, Nathan, but for us now, this bottling club, this bottling company, this Caterpillar us now, Charlie, I'm sorry, why? I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. Somebody sorry there, but Charlie, 1 pound every day. They are scheduled to be 60,000 capacity, so 1 pound every Sunday, 8,000 pounds every Sunday. Charlie.
Thank you very much. Otumba, thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. And Nathan, I won't pick any more calls. Because now the callers want to force me to see things like
No, they should know that you only speak after things have been revealed.
Yes, but look, Nathan, fact of the matter is Arsenal are currently 5 points clear.
Having played a game more.
Don't look at the positives. Okay, they are top of the table. Even if City win that outstanding game.
Yeah. And
it means
that
they
cut the lead down to 2.
It will be down to 2. Arsenal will still have their work well cut out for them. Find a way to win the remaining matches and make sure
this is Sporty FM, the voice of
you don't
sport.
let anything slip. That is it. Their work is well cut out. If they want to win the title, I mean, just win your game.
That is true. I guess. I mean, there are people who are
even if it's down to 2
for banter reasons and all of that, right? I don't know how Arsenal fans feel about it. You were talking to Anobo when I had to step out to deal with.
He says it's very sad. He can't even get up and go to work today.
He's sad. Of course, I mean, I can understand.
He's broken.
Arsenal have dropped points. Again, remember I spoke about avoidable situations. They are very avoidable. Immortal is saying that, hey, are we taking more calls?
Okay.
Immortal should take
Immortal
2 more.
take 2 more.
The producer is king.
Okay, right. Good morning to your name and where you're calling us from. Okay, I think this one is not ready, but I'll still leave the lines open. So give us a call 0542-571061. Good morning to your name and where are you calling us from?
Hey, Raymond. Prophet Raymond. Today I know clear, no see. Hey. I'm calling you from the 6th floor. Michael from Ablukuma. Hey. Raymond. You see a 2-4 call. You see the manual call. Me to a call. Today there, you will see protocol, the destiny, you will see, you will see someone know just number or you will see. Today there, you say, you will see as another my point job. Why? What's that now?
Let's give, you see, there's this thing they say, Nathan, give time some time.
We should give time some time.
We will know that you see the thing, but I don't want to talk.
Oh, how?
See the thing, Raymond, you are power. But yesterday, you know, do your this thing for one year country. we already see the change drop. Even this weekend, so that drop it. And I will shop it attack them here.
Yeah, okay.
Because weekend we are saying this. What was the Newcastle win? Arsenal win or draw. A Man City win, Arsenal win or draw. Because we can
the who we are now can you? Who's Newcastle win? Who's Newcastle win?
And from Pedro, Manu from the but Raymond, I do who's the person who's the piano? Oh, because one power decided I do the drop it from 5 to 2.
But it's not 2, it's not 5 points.
No, you see what they can be.
What are they? If you read league table now, is it 2 points?
No, we are talking spiritual. Once I did
so now you're talking spiritual.
Yes, because Raymond the host today is a spiritual man. Because he saw something about the match. They sat in the coaster back. He saw everything before in the game. Every day he's been fighting with coach Sefa about spiritual things. But this year, Raymond has come to physical.
Yes.
The college today spiritual. But join us for that.
My God.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. On who's because they too. And that's fine.
Michael, thank you very much for joining us on the show. And Nathan, you see, today I chop hot. Good morning to your name and where I'm calling us from.
Nathan, this is Jones again. Nathan.
Please send down the volume when you're ready, sir. Okay, no, I think I lost him there.
Hello.
Yes, I lost him. Give us a call again. Just call back. Good morning to your name and where I'm calling us from.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sport.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I didn't get the name.
Yeah. Samuel, calling from La Paz.
Okay, Samuel, let's hear you.
Yeah, I was trying to I don't know, thank Abigail, cannot see for the Ghana Premier League this don't know it is and I thought really for the thank you. That's what I wanted to call it. Thank you.
Okay.
Continue the video.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you
very much for joining us on the show. Okay, so I think he says he likes the piece, the Ghana Premier League rap.
The rap.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so he's saying that he's impressed and wants to comment Abigail Sanoso. So, good morning to your name and
thank you for the
us
kind words.
Yeah, good morning, big man Ray, and good morning to Nathan as well.
Right.
So, Arsenal, what's going on?
Your name and where I'm calling us from, please.
I'm sorry, my name is Charles, calling from Ashoma.
Right, Charles, let's hear you.
So, Arsenal, I don't know why. Lately, I realized that they always drop the level. I mean, in the, especially sometimes when they are up, after scoring, realize that they don't have the same intensity in the game. Sometimes it's like they are sitting back or they are defending. And like yesterday, I saw something like that. I'm like, why are you defending against Wolves or Wolverhampton? You're not able to control the game. I mean, these things, it kind of shows they can't win the league. You know, because if you can't control a game against Wolves, a relegation team like Wolves, then you have no business winning the league. You are 2-1 up. You are at the point it was 2-0. You can't control and manage the game. Then you can't win the league. Because I don't see how they go to Spurs on Sunday and win. Looking at how badly it will be. I think the best they can get from not the landing on Sunday. It's a draw. So I think Arsenal can win the league. It's over. I think it's over. So we need to get into your spiritual realm to see what you can do for us, especially for we the investors. Because we need it.
I hear you, Charles. Right. I hope you'll be joining Sporty Plug at 12:30.
Oh yes. I do. I really do.
Fantastic. Okay, thanks for calling us. And I think I'll one final call. Good morning to your name and who are calling us from.
Yeah, good morning, Ray.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Seth, calling from Hachu.
Seth, let's hear you.
Charlie, yeah. Wait, Raymond, Charlie, morning. Charlie, you know what? Wait, Charlie, it look like when you are on how do you call it, the seat, Charlie, the fire they go down power. This is why I know so you can make the fire go down too much.
Oh,
when you're on the driving seat, the fire they go down.
Oh, what I do?
Oh, why you every time they give us fire? So they are not for the fire, you're talking to slow.
No. You see, when I'm here, the fire is with Nathan.
You're too calm.
No, when I'm here, the fire is with Nathan.
No. Nathan can fire like the way I want you to fire. Make it fire. Charlie, anyway, guys, Charlie, Arsenal, I used to support Arsenal. Like the Burkina gave me.
How? How can you say you used to support a team? Nobody leaves the team they support. Nobody.
He said he left.
I'm better off person.
No.
I'm now a Liverpool fan. I'm a better off person.
How so? How can you say that you stopped supporting Arsenal?
It's true. He ever said it. He said it. He said that Arsenal every season is a new episode. So they started again. It's true. Arsenal can win the league. They don't have what it takes to win the league.
Oh.
It's my club. I love it, but what the Burkina is too much.
Hey, but Seth, you are still in love with the club. You
Ray,
still have a soft spot.
I tell you, Ray, listen. Somebody made a point and said that there are certain things. It was Eric Cantona. He said you can change your wife, you can change your work, you can even change your religion. The only thing you can never change is the sporting club you support.
That's true.
That you can never change.
The number of times I've left my club.
But Ray, you know what? You see, the funny thing is that even the players who play for the club, they change club, don't they?
Yeah, but the point is that they are loyal to one club.
Yeah.
Players can play for 10 clubs and love one club.
That's yeah. It always happens.
Of course. So you see, when I can't sit now with Arsenal and then have the chest pain, I need to move on.
But you still love the club. The way you ask me, you still love the club.
I just sympathize. I sympathize with them. Charlie, it looks like we have to come to the East Legon.
Yes. Let's meet on Sunday. Let's meet on Sunday at the A&C corner because we are bringing you two massive games. The game between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, and then the big one between Tottenham and Arsenal. So the entire Sporty FM crew will be there. Myself, Nathan, Kelvin, Immortal, Baba will be there.
Immortal will be there. Gen Z president.
Yeah, Gen Z president.
So have you seen Immortal's hairstyle? So now the spikes are growing.
I know the thing. Hey, Charlie.
That's a pineapple.
No, you see, and but is this still supplying the MMN?
No, he hasn't brought me. I don't know. I'm not part of that crew.
I'm objecting to MMN in this house.
And I'm saying that. You can ask him. Because the drinkers can.
No. I've seen the effects of the MMN. I've seen the effects. So, in fact, I'm vetoing that drink.
You are vetoing.
We don't want to see it again.
Oh, boys have it in their car boots and things. Oh.
No. But Kelvin, you know why we don't need it again? You know why? MMN. I think Kelvin doesn't know MMN.
He knows. I don't know. He knows what it is.
MMN. You know MMN.
You know my brother supply.
It's
not my brother who supplies it.
Okay, if you want to see MMN live, join us at 957 Dakri Bar on Sunday. And there will be a Heritage Brewery as well. And we'll be at we'll be at ANC Corner.
Yeah, we are.
Now, if you join us at ANC Corner, you get to enjoy drinks, food, everything from 957 Dakri Bar and Heritage Brewery.
Kelvin, they're not free though.
Kelvin, of course. Yeah, you will pay something small. Yeah. Michael, I'm sure you are joining us on Sunday. Michael, I'm getting a bit of feedback from your end.
No, Michael is muted.
Okay.
Me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Sunday I would be at Wenchi, but I'll be with you in spirit at the end.
Oh, okay. Because I bought a few packs of attire for you.
I beg you, please. I beg you. I beg.
Every day you are worrying Michael with this attire business.
He said he was drinking tea in Morocco.
But if you drink tea in Morocco,
you know the tea.
But Moroccan tea is not attire.
It's attire.
How do you know?
Yesterday I bought attire. You see attire, there's a special cool pot for attire. Kevin, have you seen it before?
No.
And there's a special buta for attire.
Only we don't know what you are talking.
Oh, Baba, help me, Baba. You see, Nathan. Do you know where my office is?
Where's your office? Tell us. We'll all come there.
But let me welcome the Arsenal fans. Let me welcome the Arsenal fans.
Why do you want to worry Kelvin this morning?
I've not mentioned anybody's name.
Okay.
I've not mentioned anybody's name. But my friends, my Arsenal friends out there, and it's true. It's happening.
What is happening?
And it's true. Kwesi Newman, today, Kwesi Newman sent me a message this morning. Early morning, no. Me, I've not said anything.
And what did he say?
He says his team will win the league. Me, I've not said anything.
Yeah, why not?
Now he woke up this morning and says, me dear, I did break till next season. This is not good for my health. Simple. I said, my brother, I've not said anything. Then he says he's an AC Milan, House of Folk, Ferrari, LeBron, and 49ers fan.
Wow.
He has left us now. No, but he says it's not good for his health. No, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are going through pain. Okay. Kevin will play hard boy over here.
We are making it look like Man City have opened some 5 points gap. No.
But you see, Arsenal fans say spiritually they've seen the thing coming.
Oh no.
You see, today me I've not seen it.
How did they see it spiritually?
No, but I mean, if you've been at this in this place before, if you've been in this position before, with the form that Man City seem to be in,
they seem to be. So it's not like they
should be worried.
They beat Liverpool. I told you that win at Anfield psychologically was a good win. You know, those are the kinds of wins you get to remind yourself of how good you are, right? And the fact that it should inspire you to keep going. Okay, so they've won, granted. The point is, there's still a lot of football left. Of course, look, I understand if Arsenal fans have concerns. If you are concerned, you have every right to be concerned because a 5-point gap could potentially become 2 somewhere along the line, and you never know what will happen. But there's no need to throw in the towel and say Arsenal have lost. Arsenal have not lost the league now. There's still some football left to be played. Of course, that's what I'm saying. There are concerns, and I think that we have to talk about maybe why it is happening. Why are Arsenal beginning to drop points at these crucial moments? Why is it that 2 or 3 seasons in a bounce, we've seen patterns repeat? Of course, we need to see the completion of the cycle to say that, 3 years in a row, Arsenal had it and let it go. Now, yeah, a few body blows here and there, a few hits here and there, but I think we just have to look at the result in isolation. Arsenal dropped points at Wolves. It was a bad thing to do. Granted, let's look at it. As for what happens next, nobody knows. What if City goes on a bad run?
Yeah.
It's very possible. What if Arsenal goes on a good run?
See, no, so for Arsenal fans,
or because it's familiar,
they'll look at it and say, well, in their last 3 games, out of a possible 9, okay, they've dropped 4 points and they've picked 5. Now, these 4 points, if you add those points to what they have now,
fair point. I mean,
it would give them some breathing space.
That is true.
They feel they've lost points that have now put them under pressure.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, look, winning the league is not easy. Even if you are 10 points ahead, it is not easy because you have to stay locked in. That is equal pressure. When you are being chased, it is pressure. When you are doing the chasing, there's still pressure on you. So either way, there is pressure.
Let me ask Kelvin.
Yeah.
What seems to be the problem with Arsenal? Why do they seem to be struggling these days? Struggling to get wins.
Coaching. That's for Kelvin. He's told you already.
Coaching. Sporty FM, the voice of
but Arteta. No, wait.
Explain.
Arteta had been given credit right from the start of the season when he was leading Arsenal, getting the results. They were very ultra defensive and not conceding goals. Wasn't it Arteta?
Yes.
People were not mentioning Arteta, how he's brought Arsenal to this level, changed them from being babies to now, men. But Arteta hasn't finished with this team. They are boys. They are not even up to young men to even get to the men that people are talking about.
Why saying
everything is his fault? So I go back to the 2022-2023 season. The kind of football Arsenal played that year, but lost the league title. It was positive.
Still under Arteta.
Yes. Yeah. It started giving confidence that, the days of Arsene Wenger getting back because the team was fluid. transitions. It was just sweet and smooth to watch Arsenal again.
You mentioned 22. City won.
Yes, City won.
I'm trying to remember which of the league wins. Which one? Did City overtake Arsenal?
Yes, City did win. But I think that season Liverpool should have been able to win that
I'm trying
title.
to remember.
No, I think that 22-23.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was when Arsenal finished 5 points off.
Yes.
Was it?
They were
Was
second.
Was it the year
Second.
when City came to the Emirates to win 3-1?
Thank you.
KDB,
Thank you.
Jack
Yes.
Grealish. Okay.
That
season, yeah.
It was just smooth. Now, this season has come for 5 years, getting to the 6th year. Arteta is in charge of Arsenal. He's virtually sent out all the players he doesn't want, brought in players that he wants, backed by
Sporty FM.
the club's top men, the Cronkies. They've even changed sporting directors for him about 3 different times. Now, they've brought in a man who has actually gotten him a number of players that he wants. Fair and understandable. Now, you look at the games Arsenal are losing, and I don't think it's just about the players. It's about the manager and the style. Yesterday, you look at Arsenal's team, leading Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. Wolves. Not Everton, not Tottenham, not Newcastle United, not Brentford, not a top 6 side.
Bottom place team.
Bottom place, Wolverhampton Wanderers, leading them by 2-0. Even that one, the 2-1, fine. You could see players were tired in there. Why is it that Mikel Arteta decided not to make substitutions with his final 2 cards?
Sporty FM.
Number 1, at right back, you could feel Julian Timber was tired. He couldn't make any runs. He couldn't make any prudent decisions. And he was losing balls. But Arsenal have Ben White on the bench.
Yeah, Ben White's a very competent right back.
Yes, if it wasn't for Ben White's injury, that kept him off for a very long time. I'm not sure Julian Timber would even have a place to even talk about playing at right back. Timber is a centre back. He's only improvising at right back and left back because he can play as a utility. Number 2, Gabriel Martinelli was just, you could see he was tired. And in games where you want to get over the line, you think that opponents are gradually getting in control. What do? You show your team with an extra midfielder to close in on the spaces, the passing channels. Or you bring on a centre back and then so that they can deal with the pressure, balloon the ball and repel whatever crosses that will come into the game. But what did Arteta do? He watched on for the team to play, the tired legs to play, and then Arsenal lost control. Now you look at Arsenal's build-up. Go to the right, go to the left, come in central, cross the ball, look for a corner kick. Arsenal were leading 2-1. They had a corner kick, and you were expecting that is their greatest weapon this season. Only for Declan Rice to go and pass the ball to Eberechi Eze, and they lost it. They wasted that corner kick. Eze plays football clubs or football coaches want consistency with players so that they build their teams. Pep Guardiola now starts checking because he's giving him results. Semenyo is starting and Omar Mamouche was pushed to the bench when he wasn't scoring or performing. Why? Because you were not productive for the team. But when he starts giving 1-2 points in brilliance for the team, he gets a slot to start. Isn't that what football is about? When players do perform and make an impact in games.
Yeah.
Eze plays beautifully on Sunday. Keeps the momentum high, brilliantly helps us now to beat Wigan. I'm not sure Wigan are not too far off Wolves. Wigan are not far off Wolves.
Yeah.
Fine.
Premier League.
Fine. They may be a Premier League team, but I think that the kind of performance Wolves gives in the Premier League and what Wigan gives is arguably almost the same. Now, what do you have to do to keep the momentum of that player? Arsenal does not have a number 10. Martin Odegaard is injured. Who is the best option in there? because there's no Max Doman who is injured, and you've sent out Ethan Wanyeri. The best player for you, which you spend money to get from Crystal Palace for a huge sum, is a Berechi Eze. And you can't trust this player to play for you in Odegaard's absence. How does a coach break the flow and fluidity of such, a brilliant playmaker? Now, is Arteta telling me Christian Norgard cannot finish 5 minutes against Wolverhampton Wanderers to help Arsenal keep up a 2-1 lead? You see, Declan Rice is gradually getting worn out. He's getting tired from games. You may think that he's a tank. They say he's a tank. But he's getting worn out at the tail end of games. He have an opportunity to bring on Christian Norgard. Norgard isn't bad. And this is a guy over the weekend. Arsenal, after the game against Wigan, posted him and I think they wrote a passing clinic or something, or class. If a club has posted this, and if you listen to those who have gotten closer to the Arsenal team, they will tell you that there are times whatever is posted on social media is engineered by Arteta because he wants to see what goes on there, thinking about the psychological aspect of the game. And Arteta didn't care that Declan Rice was tired, Martin Zubimendi was tired, and he had to bring on fresh legs. He had the opportunity. It's not like he had made 4 substitutions and he did not have any cards to play. Now, Miles Lewis-Kelly is a well-profiled midfielder. We are just using him at left back, all because Arsenal went through challenges when Zinchenko and the likes were not available. Now you have most left backs available, Hinkapie, and then how do you call him, Calafiori. Even if you don't trust Christian Norgard, at that point Arsenal needed someone to come and control the game, keep the ball, make runs. Zubimendi wasn't in the light to do that. Declan Rice was tired to even pick up the ball and then start doing that. Why not bring him on?
The voice of sports.
If Wolves put on a rookie, the guy who hit the shot for it to deflect off Calafiori, he's a rookie. He's a very young boy who hasn't tasted the Premier League for so long. But if Wolves, who are struggling and even want to get up on the ladder, keep faith in such a man, how is it that Arteta cannot put faith in Miles Lewis-Kelly, who last season was arguably Arsenal's, third or fourth best player because he filled in at left back. Wonderful performance against Manchester City and Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. How many players go there to survive? If you have players like this and you cannot trust them to get over the line for you, then what sort of manager are you? Now, number 3, Bukayo Saka. I don't know. Yesterday I was saying it.
Sporty FM.
He managed to score.
Right, deployed him in number 10 row. Right.
That is my problem. For someone who is recovering from injury, you can see he's not sharp. He's clearly not sharp. Every single time opponents knock him off, he goes down injured. And it's either he limps throughout the rest of the game or he's taken off. You could realize that it wasn't happening for him. And it's been time and time again this season. When he's failing to perform, Arteta cannot take him off. And that is why I want ruthless managers. Look at what Enrique did to Dembele on Tuesday. After 24 minutes, gentlemen, you are not helping us. Go off. He took him off. When Lamine Yamal is having a stinker, Hansi Flick takes him off. Rafinha was not performing well against Girona. What did Hansi Flick do?
Took him off.
But these players are players that can get you goals at any point in time in games. But he took them off. Why? Because he wanted to impact the game. What did Arteta do? He watched on for Saka to say, no, I can't play again. This is a player who is having a hip problem. He cannot even get into battles. And then he makes a change and he sends Gabriel Martinelli to the right-hand side. That boy who never raises his head to make a pass. You could clearly see that it is purely down to coaching and game management.
Well,
maybe Arsenal is not assertive enough. Arsenal plays with minimal conviction in front of goal because the kind of chances Arsenal creates and they are not able to bury. You ask yourself, what is happening? And you are leading a game by 2-0, 2-1. Wolves were pinned back, the centre backs were pinned back because Victor Gyökeres, in as much as he may not be flamboyant, his presence alone does not allow centre backs to move forward because they know he's a bully. He takes him off, brings on Gabriel Jesus. Raymond, if I give you Gabriel Jesus, can't you mark him?
Oh, of course.
Michael, as I would, if I give him Gabriel Jesus, Michael will mark him out of the game.
You keep forcing him wide.
Gabriel Jesus, force him wide and he'll go and give the ball away there. And yesterday, that was exactly what Wolves did. He gave the ball away, and that turn of possession gave Wolves the cross, and then that goal that came through the mess from David Raya. Some are saying it's Gabriel, but I think it's Raya. Even both goals. Look at that first goal. I'm sure when you were watching, or even if you haven't watched the game, you watch the highlight. As soon as that guy Bueno picks the ball, you just know that he's looking to bring the ball onto his left foot to strike it. Raya was way off his line. By the end, he's not the tallest of goalkeepers. Yeah. So his reach won't be like Donnarumma, won't be like Alisson Becker, won't be like Thibaut Courtois, won't be like Robert Sanchez.
Won't be like Lamens.
Yes, Lamens. So what do? You stay back on your line. But it looks like teams have realized this gentleman does not stay on his line. So when I pick up a point and I strike the ball well, I beat him. And Bueno managed to beat him. Now look at that cross. Gabriel is not seen
He's not seen behind him,
All he sees is his front, so he wants to head the ball away. And by the time he realizes, his goalkeeper just clashes into him without getting a finger to the ball. And then the ball drops.
If you are staying home, stay home. If
exactly.
Make sure you grab it.
Exactly.
The
basic rule of goalkeeping.
Shout
so there was no communication. If you watch the game, there was nothing from him.
Yeah.
He just felt, let me come and pick up the ball. Fine, the cross was at the edge of the goalkeeper's area. But at that point, you need to make communication. But Gabriel, I am claiming that ball.
These are mistakes players are making. How do we blame Arteta in this one?
Mistakes players are making.
Yeah, I mean, so individual errors. It is coming from Arsenal not being able to control games and seeing off games. At 2-0, did you ever think goals were going to come into the game? No.
But why did they come into the game? Is it not about the style that the manager deployed? See off games. This is football, Raymond. When you win anyway, anyhow, when Carrick is winning, marginal victories, right? Yeah, 3-2, 2-1, 3-1.
But you get the job done.
Get the job done. Nobody cares. But when you start losing, that is when people start punching holes. And that is the game of football.
Let me bring in my.
You get it? Yeah. Now, how is it that this set of players and coach can be so conservative when the same manager has played better football years ago? Arteta and his team are just terrible. And I think that if any manager has this team and cannot put together that wonderful chase, in the last 7 games, Premier League games, Arsenal has dropped 11 points from five of them. Losing 1 to Manchester United and drawing 4 and winning just 2. And the 4 that they settled for draws, they lost the points from winning positions.
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, Brentford and Wolves, many thought these were winnable games so that Arsenal will look at the next games, Spurs, Chelsea, Manchester City, and the games that are coming ahead. Now, if you lose these games, what is the promise that you'll be winning those games? Favoritism and Arteta not being ruthless is also causing us now. There are certain players, if they are not performing, keep them off the team. Sit them on the bench. You get it? That is what managers do. If you are not performing, sit them on the bench. You are paying someone 400,000 pounds and he cannot influence the game. Go and see what Club Brugge's young boys are doing. They are not getting even 30,000 pounds. And Sebuka Esaka will come and play, and then by 3 minutes he will hold his hip, he will hold his leg. I'm injured. If he's injured, keep him off. Nobody can tell me that Miles Lewis-Kelly and the other players cannot be getting Arsenal over the line in these games. We've seen Lewis-Kelly's style. I don't know about it, but fine, coaches may make decisions and all that. But sincerely, if you tell me you have Saka and Miles Lewis Kelly, one of them should play in the central attacking midfield role. Who is a better creator? It's Lewis Kelly for me. He's that. If you watch that boy's profile from the Hale end, Arsenal's under 19, under 21.
He played as a central midfielder.
He played
as a midfielder.
But Saka has always been a winger. So between those two players, who is a better creator? And I think that yes, the manager with his own decisions and his own style is affecting the team. If he loses it, he should be sacked. Me, I've told you, I have never trusted him, and I've said it countless times that he is not the coach to get Arsenal over the line. If he's able to do it, fine, but he should still leave the team. Bring on a new manager to come and take on.
I wanted to go to Michael, but let me stay with Kelvin a bit because he watches a lot.
I'll give you
Arsenal.
10 seconds.
Now, so in the last 3 seasons, we've seen Man City win the league twice and Liverpool once. All 3 teams that have won the title had strikers topping the goal scorers chart. Liverpool with Salah, who scored 29. Man City first with Haaland scoring 27. And then I think the other, he scored 36. Arsenal have a forward in Gyökeres who scored 8 this season.
Yeah.
You have Saka who scored 5. Martinelli who scored 1. Madueke who scored 2. With these single numbers, again, how do I blame Arteta for not getting his team to be scoring lots of goals?
Yeah, but Ray, don't you think that scoring is a mix of
player
effort
he has players.
and a system that gets players, or a system that allows players to give up?
So yes,
right. A system that can get the goals out of you. I mean
said these teams had scorers.
Even on days they don't play well.
Thank you. And you see why I have been complaining about Bukayo Saka and giving him that amount. Arsenal don't have that extraordinary player who can get them over the line. If you want to win the title, like you said, you need that extraordinary player to be playing hats out and be turning out goals for you. Liverpool's Salah, he wasn't the lead marksman. No. He played from wide,
and still gave them 20 plus goals.
And the team was just focused on him. Let's feed him with the ball. But do you see Arsenal having one player they always look out for when they are playing?
No, I think when Saka is good, when Saka is doing well.
So he is not good this season.
Because I remember the season you said Arsenal had a very good run. The 20.
Yes, Saka was scoring.
It was Saka. It was Odegaard.
Yes, but this season he's injured. He's not scoring. Even Kai Havertz. If you look at his goal contribution and you look at that of Kai Havertz, who has been injured for a very long time, Havertz stands better.
So again, it's a personal problem.
So no,
it's a personal problem.
No, it's not a personal problem. There are times you see, they say what
why are you not blaming your players? But
who is selecting the players?
You want to blame Arteta?
No, who is selecting the players? Who is selecting? No, wait.
Costing the team.
Raymond, who is selecting the players?
Arteta.
Who is training the players?
Arteta.
Wait. Now you've given credit to Michael Carrick that your players are free, they are fluid, and they are scoring now, isn't it? Aren't you Manchester United fans blaming Amorim that it was because of him other players were not thriving?
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Very well. So why do you want to exonerate Arteta from this? Coaches make players better with their style and influence. If Martin Odegaard is a direct player looking forward to making those direct passes like Eze did over the weekend, and you want Eze to be influencing games and keeping his consistency, and the manager is not allowing him to do it, how would he do it? We're all talking about Kobe Mainoo because he was being limited by Amorim. But do you see him in Manchester United now when Carrick allows him to freely express himself?
No, so that is so again.
That is what? It is the manager.
That's a player.
It is the manager. If you look at Arsenal's game, I don't know if anybody has identified this. Arsenal don't make one touch passing. It is always 2, 3, 4 touches before they release the ball, especially Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, and Odegaard. Yeah. And those are the crucial points on the pitch, the third half of the pitch, where you need to be sharp, clinical, and make quick decisions so that defenses will not shape up. When Arsenal get a throw-in, Arteta will tell them, calm down, because the manager wants control. When we want to quickly attack and then make an impact, the manager tells them, take your time.
And allows opposition defense they are set and they are ready.
And I always say it, they can say whatever they want, but Zubimendi is not in Thomas Partey's class. Let's be sincere. How Partey plays the ball forward and progresses it, I'm not sure Zubimendi does that same.
Let me bring in Michael. And Michael, help me decode this one. I mean, help me break this down. You know, we've seen Arsenal this season start off very well, and to the extent that, or even, you know, finding them on top of the table means that they put in a lot of work. They got some very important points on the road at home to actually get them to the top of the table. Suddenly, results don't seem to be going their way, and many have put it down to Arteta's poor decision making, Arteta's, you know, questionable tactics and all. Do you agree with those who say, look, this is Arteta's fault? Would you also, you know, blame Arteta for the woes of Arsenal, or you would blame the players who clearly have refused to take their chances, have refused to put the ball at the back of the net, and have refused to simply concentrate and see games out?
Well, I think Arteta is partly to blame for whatever is happening at Arsenal, but from the narration you gave, a season is in phases. When you start the season, there is not really that much pressure of trying to prove that you actually have title winning credentials. Yes, you win your games, but when it gets to the business end of the season, that is where you have to deal with not just winning games, but also the pressure of sustaining whatever thing that you are doing well. And I think that is Arsenal's problem. The bigger problem in the Arsenal setup, to me, as it stands now, is more psychological than technical. That is the bigger problem they have to deal with. They don't have that title-winning know-how. They've not been here and done it before. They've been here and they've missed out. So they are more familiar with not winning than winning. If you become familiar with winning, then you know how to cope and how to organize yourself better in situations or moments like this. But in the case of Arsenal, the only experience these players can draw some lessons from was the painful misses, the near misses. And it wasn't about the successes they chalked, even when they went through such a phase. And when it happens like this, then the self-doubt mood is triggered. That is where Arsenal are at now. And it is not just about the playing body, but it will reek through the entire club. I was listening to the phone-in session, and a number of the Arsenal fans who came on have activated self-doubt. We can't do it. Even at a point in time where you were trying to make a case that they were still 5 points ahead, and it wasn't all gone yet. What did they say? No, in spirit, we see that we are 2 points above Manchester City. So that is the self-doubt mode they've activated. The opposite is that if they have that know-how in terms of winning titles and they get to this moment, they will psych themselves. And so instead of self-doubt, it becomes self-belief. And I remember an interview that Rodri did the last time City won the title. And he said, yes, Arsenal has great players. They have a great team. But the difference between them and City and how City won the league at the expense was the mindset, the mentality. And that is Arsenal's problem as it stands now. Because even yesterday, after Wolves made it 2-2, 95 plus something seconds, there was a cross into the penalty box of Wolves, and the ball gets to a Eberechi. A player who is not really psychologically burdened will trap that ball, execute composure, and then angle a shot into a direction of the goalpost. That would definitely be a goal for Arsenal, and it makes it 3-2. But he hurriedly side-footed a shot that went way off target. So it is not about Arteta's coaching, because I had the opportunity to watch the game again. Yesterday, I did a Facebook Live. After that, I had to watch the game again. And you could see that when Wolves were starting to grow into the game, it was in the latter stages of the first half. And then in the second half, Arteta constantly kept on backing instructions to his players to take very good care of the ball. And he said it in the post-match interview that was the message he was delivering. But again, it is different when players are in a good mood and then you tell them what to do. They can execute it. And then when they are under pressure and you tell them what to do, they will fumble it. And that is where Arsenal is. So to me, in my opinion, I think Arsenal's biggest problem now is they don't have the know-how in terms of winning titles, and it has affected their psyche. If there is any help they will need, it will likely be external help. Maybe there's a time that their former players, the likes of Tony Adams, Thierry Henry, they will need to come in and have sessions with these players psychologically. It is Arteta's coaching is a problem, but a bigger problem for me, in my opinion, is Arsenal's mental fortitude, is their psyche. And them, instead of triggering the self-doubt button, they should rather channel that negative feeling into a positive fuel or energy that will drive them through this period. Because yes, I've seen City, they are good. They have been getting some very positive results. Yes, statistically, if you check Arsenal in the last 7 games, they've dropped points against Nottingham Forest, against Wolves, against teams that they should be beaten on a normal day if you want to win the title. And then they drew at home against Liverpool. City went to Anfield to beat Liverpool. All these are the few psychological advantages City are getting over Arsenal. But the best way to respond to this is to also psych yourself to understand that if you were not that good, you will not be where you are at this point in time. And that is where Arsenal actually have a problem. So I think they need external help more than internal. They need psychological help more than technical coaching or whatever. And that is the biggest thing they need to sort out.
Well, Michael, looking at where we are in the season and all what has happened in the last few days as far as their title ambition is concerned, do you see them turning things around quickly and possibly seeing this out?
As I said, their issue is more of a psyche, and it is about the response. You oftentimes when they concede in games like this, I can cite a few examples. Against Aston Villa, when Villa scored that second goal, you could actually see the Arsenal players and their body language communicated differently. It was like they had given up. Players were banging, they were banging their hands on the pitch. Some had their heads in their hands, and it was just an expression, or they were expressions that signaled that they had given up and it was lost. Again, yesterday in the game against Wolves, even when Wolves scored that second goal, then players were backing out their frustrations. Gabriel was like, why did Raya do this? A team that knows what they are about, a team that really trusts in their abilities, will pick up that ball because it wasn't all that lost. And then they will want to encourage each other and they will do something. But the reaction or the response they gave to the Wolves second goal is the same response Eberechieze gave when he had that opportunity in the box some few moments later. So it is about Arsenal, if they will give a positive response to all these things happening, because their next set of fixtures on paper are very difficult. You play Spurs, you play Chelsea, these are London derbies, and anything can happen. You have Brighton, who have become tricky opponents in recent times. There is Bournemouth, there is Everton. Anything can happen in these games. Arsenal have the squad and then the skill set to win all these matches. But it is about the psyche. Are they mentally ready? Are they psychologically prepared for such encounters? That's why I said, I think they will need external help. There's a time where their legends will need to step in and have sessions with these players. These are the same players who wasn't past opponents with ease at the start of a campaign. So all of a sudden they do not become bad. So they would need that psychological lift. If they get that boost, trust me, they'll be able to recover. And it's not like City have been perfect so far this campaign. City have also had their issues, but they are mastering a way of getting wins even when they are not at their best yet. And that is what Arsenal needs to do. City have the know-how. Arsenal don't have the know-how. And City are tapping into that well of experience, and then they are using it positively. Arsenal, they don't have it, but they need external help in terms of players who have been there and done it and wore the same jersey they are wearing now. And then they will need to help them understand some of these things better.
Right. Kelvin, let me pick your final thoughts on this Arsenal discussion. Now, looking at where Arsenal find themselves, 5 points, 2 points, can they hold on to their lead to the end of the season?
Well, it's 5 points, and
yeah,
these are the times that you test your capability. 5 points. City themselves may be thinking, how do we get over the line against Newcastle United? Newcastle United, who scored 6 yesterday. Confidence booster for them. Anthony Gordon with 4. He's one of the players you would expect to cause troubles for teams. City are not clean like like years ago where they had that win run from February or from January. They won't lose games till maybe later in the season they will get a draw. This is not a City team. Defensively or structurally, they still have, flaws. So just hang on to it. Keep the team's focus. Even if it's 2 points, all you need to do is to win the rest of your games. When you even meet Manchester City, what do? It's either you try to beat them or you get a point. Yeah. And when you do that, you still stay top. But that is only going to happen when the manager accepts that the style of football, his game plan, his game management style must improve. And even for individual players who are not even having great conviction in front of goal, they should be able to do that. When decisions are made quicker, teams struggle to be compact. But when you delay with decisions, teams would always have the opportunity to do what? To reorganize and keep themselves in their structure. And that is the problem of Arsenal. You see how Manchester United quickly, rapid on the counter lately.
Yeah. One touch passes. Quick.
Just to get their goals. Yeah. And that will earn you goals easily or easier than it was. If you watch that game on Sunday against Wigan and you watch that game yesterday, you can see a clear disparity. How is it that I have Bukayo Saka who is injured and then he's still playing, keeping the ball for about 10 seconds, waiting for, inviting a tackle before he releases it? Why do I have my centre backs playing one-touch football, trying to look for line breaking passes, and then my central attacking midfielders and wingers and forwards are not looking for those passes? Arteta may be happy welcoming Kai Havertz this weekend. And I think that may possibly help Arsenal a lot. If he comes in, he gives you an extra dimension. And they should just keep their focus. Win all the games. And then when you meet Manchester City, get a draw at least. And then you still have a win. These are teams Arsenal cannot beat. They've beaten Tottenham already. Tottenham are not in a good place. They have a new manager. And I'm sure this will even give Tottenham confidence. Tottenham's coach will be thinking, he got to this Arsenal team. Then why don't I put together a very solid team, go disturb them, frustrate them, and get a result? Yeah. But Arsenal should learn that they've had the confidence. They've beaten Tottenham this season. They've beaten Chelsea this season. Manchester City, they've beaten them this season. So why don't you go in and look at all those games that these are games that I can get victories and then still continue my title chase. If you cannot stay confident of winning these games, then there is no way you should be, be the manager of Arsenal. Yes, you could clearly see from Arteta, it's football, emotions. Even his words, they were not at their best. How many times has he said these things this season, that Arsenal are not at their best, they are not at the levels expected? If this continues, then it means that there is a problem. There is something that is not being done fundamentally right. Michael was talking about external help and If Arteta needs external help, then that sums it up. He doesn't need to be there. Because if you want a legend to come and talk to this team, Thierry Henry is thinking about how his Como team will qualify for the Champions League. He's a co-owner of Como. He's thinking about how they'll qualify for the Champions League. Whom are you going to call again? Patrick Vieira, that Mikel Arteta and the likes get angry that he tells Arsenal that they should be playing better, they should command bravery.
Sporty FM.
Who will come? Ferdy Ljungberg, the man that Arteta didn't want to stay and then go off. Who again? Who comes in? Who comes in to speak about this club? Speak to Arteta, engage him. Maybe he would have to talk to Arsene Wenger. He's the best. He's the best person he can talk to because he's gotten to him a countless times, and Wenger still has that confidence that Arsenal can get over. But at this time, trust you me, Manchester City will be laughing. They're sitting back and saying, the nerves have gotten to these people. But what do you do on Sunday? Just beat Spurs. Even if City beats Newcastle United and you win against Spurs, it gets back to 5 points.
They're still in the lead, yeah.
And City would have a game against Crystal Palace to play later. Palace are not easy like that. It's not like Arsenal have too many tough games and City doesn't have. They are more tricky. They are tricky games. These are teams that can just take you off your momentum at any point in time. So it's not far-fetched. Arsenal can still win it. My only problem is I don't trust Arteta.
Right.
The only thing he has to do is to prove me and some of the people who think he's not good enough to lead Arsenal to the Premier League title charge. He's done his best. And it happens. Pellegrini picked up Manchester City. Mark Hughes, he got it to a point. Pellegrini got it to a point. Pep Guardiola came to finish the job.
Absolutely. Well,
it happens.
We'll see how things pan out for Arsenal in the remaining games of the season. Arsenal are currently challenging on all fronts. They are hoping to win a historic quadruple. They are playing in the Champions League. They are already through to the round of 16. They are playing in the EFL Cup final against Manchester City. And they still have a tie in the FA Cup. And then the big one, the Premier League, is still there for them. They are top of the table as far as the English Premier League is concerned. So Arsenal could end up being quadruple winners. Michael, why? Michael, is there a problem with that?
Why are you doing this? Arsenal are chasing what? A historic what?
Quadruple. So Arsenal fans, cheer up. It's not all doom and gloom. You'll be coming back. Arsenal will bounce back. Gary Smith, your team will be back soon. Fifi Bansin. Yes. Hey, Charlie, today the Arsenal fans are coming. Oh, Fifi Bansin, Gary Smith. Hey, Kosaki. Hey, my good friend, Gamel. You see, I don't like laughing at Arsenal fans, you see. But you see, Arsenal fans, they make too much noise. So when they start winning a few games, then hey. You see, and that's why everybody's on Arsenal's case. They make too much noise when they start winning. Small wins.
Is there any club who doesn't make noise when they win?
Small wins, then Arsenal.
Is there any club who doesn't win? When Manchester United started winning, the noise that we've had in this city.
No, I mean, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
This is still the Sporty Breakfast live on Sporty 106.1 FM in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. We'll get into Champions League football soon. It's the round of 16 playoff ties. Yesterday we saw 4 games, 19 goals were produced in those games. Newcastle were the biggest winners on the night. They put 6 past Karabakh in Baku. And Atletico Madrid also, they played out a hard-fought 3-3 draw with Club Brugge. Shock result of the night, Asaribuedu's team Inter Milan, they traveled all the way to Bodo to secure a 3-1 defeat. They managed to secure a 3-1 defeat. In no way. That's what they got, That's what they got.
Yes, they secured it.
You know, but I mean, let's start from Inter Milan Bodo. This Bodo Glimt thing, this Bodo Glimt Glimt team, Kelvin.
Yeah.
What seems to, what gets them to perform against big teams?
I think it's about structure, it's about organization, it's about coaching, and it's about the confidence they've built over the years. Consistency. I've always said that consistency always gives you a team that gets high in confidence, that gets high in courage. And they've repeatedly done the same things over and over again. Positive style of football. They attack more. They don't sit back. Look at the technical abilities of the players. And yesterday, Thierry Henry was wowed by it that he had to ask Hodge, one of their players, that how are you guys able to do it?
Yeah.
Because your technical ability seems to be out of this world. They are able to pick up, play with that sort of person. You ask yourself, is this a side that plays? And they are in their off-season.
Yeah. So they play a lot of friendlies.
Yes, they play friendlies. They are in their off-season. But they get into competitive action and you ask yourself, how are these guys doing this? And I think it's all about the consistency. It's about the basics. It's about doing the simple things. It's about being more proactive instead of being conservative like Arteta and his men.
I knew that was good.
Yes, Arteta and his men need that shade. You look at them and they do the simple things. It's a 4-3-3. Patrick Berg, then they have Kasper Hogg, and then Jans Hodge up front, Sunday Fett. These are they are not household names.
Yeah.
They are just players who are confident that yes, they will get over the line and then be able to win games. And it's just brilliant to see how the transition is from defense to midfield to attack. Even when they concede, they don't care. Because they know they will get back into the game and get the results. When they got the opener and then Esposito managed to get that equalizer, they still did not deviate from what they know best.
Yeah.
Sporty
They kept their cool. They kept their build up. In as much as they would want to be very careful not to concede, they are still confident and they take risks. And that is why I love coaches. I love football that takes risks instead of being meticulous Mary. You don't stay meticulous Mary to win. In this world, nothing comes like that. You need to take risks. You need to lose at certain points to get the greater picture of a victory.
Yeah.
Last season, when they were playing against Tottenham in the semi-finals of the Europa League, people were asking questions. Why is it that this team have they forgotten?
How did they get there? Yeah.
Have they forgotten they are playing against a big side? Why are they opening up? But it's about the values.
Very confident.
It's about the values. It's about their concept. It's about the ideology, the philosophy of the team. And because they've done it repeatedly, it's like they had to folk team in 2000. The players themselves will tell you. Mohammed Kudus says he picks up the ball and he knows that at a certain point of the pitch and how the team is structured and how the opponents are, he knows Dombote might have taken this step. He knows Charles Taylor. He knows Emmanuel Saiko. He knows that Ishmaelado is here. He knows Edmond Cobson. Jacob Nete is positioned this way, and this is how I have to pass the ball. You are what you repeatedly do, and that statement is not do I say a mere saying. It happens.
Yeah.
When you do things continuously, it becomes easy for you to do. Go back to that Chelsea team. Whenever they pick the ball, they know that Eden Hazard is positioned at this point. Let's get the ball to him. Yeah. And the pass quickly gets to him. And he delivers. When Barca pick the ball, they know that at this point, Lamine Yamal is here. He's positioned this way. Let me get the ball to him. That Barca team that knew Lionel Messi, they know that at this point. So that is the same thing, Bodo Glimt are doing. And they are not worried about whether you score them 2, whether you score them 3. All they think about is outscoring you to get wins. And at their home, they've become a fortress.
Right.
If you look at the results they've changed, I'm like, come on.
They beat Man City 3-1.
Thank you.
They went to Wanda Metropolitano
to beat Atletico.
They drew Dortmund.
Yes.
Even Juventus beat them in the 90th minute. It was in injury time that Juve beat them.
Yes, this is the kind of result. Their season ended in November.
Yeah. They've been playing friendlies. I've been monitoring that. They've been playing lots of friendlies.
And 3 competitive matches in 2026, all in the UCL, and all have been victories against Giants.
Yeah.
So, yes, they are repeatedly doing what is essential, what they know how best to do. And it's working for them. They are not doing anything extraordinary. It's just the basics. And that is what I think football is about. Unlike the extreme pragmatism, even in simple games that coaches have to play. Just like,
coaches like
Amorim and Arteta.
Michael, let me bring you in. And I know you watched that game because of your interest in what Chivu has been doing in recent times at Inter. Inter seem to be very, very good in the Italian Serie A, but in Europe this season they've struggled. Why has that been the case for Inter Milan this season?
Specifically, I think in Europe they've been exposed because of the kind of opponents they faced. Liverpool, Arsenal, they are a distance further from where Inter is at this point in time. It's not like your usual Inter Milan that had that played under Simone Inzaghi, where they had a certain level of consistency. Now it is much more of the remains of the old, and then an injection of new blood into the setup, and they are trying to build. So it is not the typical Inter that we knew that played then. And again, the differences here has to do with specifics. Yesterday when they played against Bodo, I must stress that the pitch was also a factor because it was played on an AstroTurf. Bodo are not playing at their traditional venue. They are building a new stadium, and they have to play at a county park, which they've converted into their own stadium before they are done with what they are building. And the AstroTurf is not of a certain quality. And even before the game, it was an issue. Bodo belongs to one of the coldest regions in the world. And it is one of those areas where it is extremely difficult to grow natural grass or even think of a hybrid. So they don't have one of the best pitch surfaces. And it is a reason some of the teams that have traveled there have struggled to impose their game on Bodo Glimt. Now, what it means for Bodo is that it gives them a certain advantage. They are more familiar with such pitch conditions, and they know how to play to get the result. For teams that do travel there, if you don't get it right, it means you are going to be badly exposed. And that is a reason Bodo have been able to get the results they've chalked in the home games against some of the best teams from Europe. Another factor has to do with the fact that Bodo had far enough time to prepare to face Inter Milan. By the time they knew they were playing Inter, they were not distracted with domestic competitions. All they had to do was to study this Inter Milan team, work on them, and then execute a solid plan that will bring the best out of the team. And I said this yesterday after the game, that teamwork succeeds when the team works, or teamwork works when the team works, because it looks like every other player or every single player in the Bodo team sacrificed themselves to ensure the collective achieved. At a point in time when Inter Milan are in possession, the entire Bodo Glimt team was defended. They were in their half. But the same team wins the ball, and in a matter of seconds, like let's say 10 seconds, you see a swarm of yellow-shirted players just making their way towards the penalty area of Inter Milan. So I think it was an excellent teamwork. They had a perfect plan, and then they executed it. But they've been brilliant so far in the competition. You have to give it to them. But I think the return encounter at the San Siro will be different. Now, to answer your question on a larger scale, if you look at the Italian teams remaining in the competition as it stands now, they all lost their games, their first leg games in the playoffs, by a 2-goal margin or more. Juventus were beaten 5-2 by Galatasaray. Atalanta got a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Dortmund. And yesterday, Inter also lost 3-1. It paints the larger picture about Italian football. There is this apparent lack of money and lack of investment to challenge the top spending leagues and the top spending clubs as it stands. The top spending clubs in Europe, you will find the English clubs in there, maybe Paris Saint-Germain, you find some Spanish teams in there. Inter cannot rub shoulders with them, and no other Italian team can also do that. So they will have to settle for the spoils of the mass grab among these top spending clubs, and they are not always quality, and that is a big issue. I cited an example yesterday again when I was trying to analyze this. AC Milan won the league under Stefano Pioli, and their league win was engineered by a solid midfield trio of Franck Kessié, Ismail Benassa, and Sandro Tonali. Now, when that season ended, AC needed to make money to balance their books and also invest into their squad. What happened was that Franck Kessié eventually had to leave. Ismail Benassa suffered an injury. It affected his value, and Milan were not able to move him on to make more money. Instead, it was Sandro Tonali who was sold to Newcastle United. He was leaving the title-winning side to join a team like Newcastle, who will not challenge for the Premier League title anytime sooner. But it is to paint the picture of the gulf between where the middle table teams in leagues like England are and the top teams in the Serie A are. There is a huge gap. That aside, I think the whole structure of Italian football has become a bit problematic, and they will need to study the DNA of Italian football as it stands now and look at the defenses and find a way to solve it. Italian football was churning out quality in times past in terms of players. They had players who matured and were of a certain technical quality, and also was of a certain psychological level as compared to the players they are churning out now. Yes, the new players, when they are coming in, they show early promise, but along the line, they wilt in terms of their potential, and they are not able to reach the levels expected of them. We also saw Federico Chiesa when he sprouted, and everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing in Italian football. He's never hit that mark yet. Injuries have affected him, but again, his progression has been truncated due to various factors. Spinazzola was one of the finest versatile players that was similar to the likes of Gianluca Zambrotta. Spinazzola all of a sudden did not make the cut at Roma, and then he joins Napoli. He's still not found his feet yet. Zambrotta, we saw the quality he used for Juve, for Barcelona. So Italy were producing players who, depending on their prototypes, could excel everywhere you took them to. But as it stands now, Italy are not producing great footballers. They are producing great potentials, great talent. Yes, Francisco Pio Esposito has started very well at Inter Milan, but how long can he go? It is similar to Kamada of AC Milan. He came up and then he became a sensation, but all of a sudden the sensation dried up and we've not seen him again. Aside the playing body, the level of coaching too. We have very few mid-40s, 40s and below top Italian coaches in the game now. Bologna's Vincenzo Italiano did a solid job and he won them the cup, but all of a sudden it looks like he's plateaued. He has not appreciated in terms of his value and in terms of his coaching. And we are seeing the struggles of Bologna as it stands now. Andrea Pirlo, Thiago Motta were seen as the next big things in terms of coaching in Italy. When they went to Coverciano and then they did their thesis, it was touted as one of the best presented works in terms of coaching ideologies. But in reality, when they were handed coaching jobs, Pirlo made a hash of it, Thiago Motta made a mess of it. So it is like the whole Italian football structure, there is not investment in their leagues. Their clubs are not making much more money. And then they are also not producing top talent who can sustain that quality for a consistent period. And then they are also not producing top level coaches. And that is the biggest problem. Check the Italian national team. After Roberto Mancini won them the Euros, and then he decided to pursue money and leave for Saudi Arabia. That part was also followed by Simone Inzaghi. But after Mancini, Italy has not had any top coach come next. Spalletti has come his stride, it's not worked. Now it is Gennaro Gattuso, someone who failed in several coaching jobs in Italy, with AC Milan, with Napoli. So I think there is a bigger issue with Italian football, and that is they will need to study their DNA again and look at how they can tweak some things and make things work, because they are no longer producing top quality coaches like we saw from their 2006 World Cup winning coach, the friend of Sir Alex Ferguson, former coach of Juventus. Oh, the name has escaped me. But there is Giovanni Trapattoni, there is Fabio Capello. A lot of top coaches have come to Italy, but now you can't say same. And that these are the issues affecting them. And that is why it translates to their clubs that when they play in Europe, they are badly exposed.
This is
Well, we'll see. Can Kivo turn this around quickly? 2 minutes. Can Kivu, sorry, that's a Kivu.
I know what you're trying to do, no problem.
Can Kivu turn this around in the next leg?
Yeah, the second leg is a different game. As I said, the pitch the surface that they will play on will be different now. It gives Inter an advantage. And again, the expansive nature of a San Siro pitch also gives Inter an edge. It's a 2-0 deficit. Yes, Bodo has a cushioning, but I think Inter have enough quality to take this game to that full throttle and then get something out of it. I think despite losing the first leg 3-1, Inter Milan will still qualify.
Right. Kevin, quick one. Bodo definitely would know how to put the ball at the back of the net in the second leg. They would still find a way to score. Can Inter overcome this 2-0 deficit and progress to the next stage of the competition?
Well, it's not beyond Inter. It's not beyond Inter. But I fear for their defense as well. You know, they may get this over the line, but would they be able to stop Bodo from scoring? They are winning games, all right. Just like Michael said, a lot of their victories have been, they've muddled through games to get the results. But structurally, you look at the team and it's just weak. It's just weak. They concede too much. And if you have a team that stays a bit more disciplined and capitalizes on your loose ends to punish you, it becomes difficult for you to bounce back into the game. And that is where I have issues about this particular Inter team. But with regards to them scoring and that, yes, they have that ability. And from the Bodo team that we have seen, they get too confident. They get confident by the day because of the kind of results they are churning, and the little deviation from their basic ideology and principles and style of football. Like I've said, if a team does something they normally do, Raymond, like you wake up early morning to come, it's easy for you to do it because you don't deviate from it. So you get confidence day in, day out. You get stronger day in, day out.
Momentum.
Yes, you build that momentum. Now, Inter will be under pressure.
To open up a bit.
Once you open up, I look at the Bodo team and that's what the way they play through lines with left and right foot. Nobody seems to have a weakness. And I ask myself, what is happening in Norway, Norwegian football? Is there something that we need to know? It looks like their basics are gradually getting better.
Yeah.
Sporty FM.
And I would love for now Ghanaian players who would want to make trips. I think they should be looking more at their developmental stages from that point.
Oh, of course.
The Scandinavian regions.
Yeah.
Denmark, Norway. Get it there. Sweden. Go get it there. It's going to be tough for Inter. They may win, but I think we may have another shocker of an elimination for Kivu and his team.
That would be
if it was Inzaghi.
Yeah. You can trust him to turn it around.
Exactly.
That's true.
But Kivu, I don't trust he will be able to get this over the line. Many may not know the Bodo coach.
That's it.
But he's doing wonderfully well.
Yeah.
He knows what to do. He knows when to do it. Yesterday, he made a change. I think he brought on Alisani. And that guy came to the game to just seal it. The way he blocked the passing channels in the final minute of the game, I'm
spoiler.
like, yes.
This is Sporty FM.
And that is a coach who knows exactly what he's doing, how to do it. He made 2 changes in the final minute. They were leading, He told me, no, I still need reinforcement. I need fresh legs.
Yeah.
Let's keep our 2
because
goals.
at 3-2 it would be difficult.
Thank you.
Yeah.
bringing on Mata and then Alisani, something Arteta cannot think of and do.
Arteta is always going to catch a stray bullet in this one. But Michael, let's quickly look at the other games on the night. Newcastle, prior to this game, they had gone back. They picked up back-to-back wins against Aston Villa and Newcastle. And even prior to those games, they had lost four times in 5. You know, it was quite a difficult spell for Eddie Howe. How has he turned everything around? Back-to-back wins against Villa, Tottenham, and then put 6 past Karabakh and Baku.
Again, prior to the game, I think yesterday during the conversation with Nathan, I said it that Newcastle, yes, might be fumbling on the domestic front, and it's because the quality gap is not that huge. But if you check in terms of the Champions League this season, especially away from home, they have been doing well. There is a Newcastle team that held the reigning champions of the Champions League to a draw at the Parc des Princes. They went to beat Royal Union Saint-Gilloise by 4. And against Karabakh, a team that had been hammered fair and square by Liverpool, they definitely stood a chance, judging by the quality gap. And that was clearly what was demonstrated in the game. You could tell from the start, Newcastle had a point to prove, and they wanted to settle this game very early. And I'm particularly happy for someone like Anthony Gordon. I think in a World Cup year where vying for spots in your national team is very high, for him to put up such numbers in an elite competition like the UCL, it is very positive for his chances of being considered, because he's a favorite of Thomas Tuchel's. Tuchel actually wanted to bring him to Chelsea. So Tuchel is a fan of the footballing style of Anthony Gordon. And for him to perform at this level, he scored 4 goals in the first half. And he adds up to the growing list of English players who have netted hat-tricks in the UEFA Champions League. I think it was very positive for him. And at a point in time, I did not understand why Kieran Trippier and Nico Ottemada wanted to engage him in a debate over who should take the second penalty. Anthony Gordon is a first-choice penalty taker. He's an attacker, and he needs to add to his numbers. So I don't understand why Trippier and Ottemada were like, we should hand over the ball to them so that they also have a go at it. But as an attacker, he deserved to score, and then he scored it rightly, and then he added to his tally. It's a very positive result for Newcastle in a season where they've suffered more ups and more lows, or more downs. They needed a result like this to actually cement their status in the next stage of the Champions League, and it had to happen. Eddie Howe, again, you asked the question, how did he mastermind this? He said that in his lowest moment, he drew inspiration from his 3 kids, and then they were able to inspire the kind of comeback we are seeing from Newcastle United. So yes, when things do not go right on the football pitch, in terms of results and performances, there are times where you need external factors to influence a comeback. And that is the case of Eddie Howe. And it comes back to the Arsenal bit. They will need external help to recover from whatever they find themselves in. So Kelvin, that is it for you. But I think it's a great result for Newcastle United. And with this scoreline, I don't see them losing out to Karabakh in the second leg. It is just a mere formality. Newcastle has qualified.
Right. Kevin, let's quickly look at Atletico Madrid. Since beating Barcelona by 4-0, they had to win a game. Yesterday, they threw away a 2-goal lead against Club Brugge. What's going on with Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone these days?
That's like Michael spoke about the Inter case. You know, it's the same thing with Atletico Madrid. They also have deficiencies, lots of them. You know, and they seem to be like in our local terms, doomso. Today they are on, the next day they are off. You know, I was quite surprised when I realized that they had given away the lead to Club Brugge. I was like, come on, what is it? But let's not take anything away from Club Brugge. Together with Bodo Glimt, they are one of the most tactically disciplined sides you can have in Europe this season. They have very quality players who know what they are about.
Yeah.
And I look at them, and I'd even look at the captain who plays in that central midfield, Venaken. Intelligent and experienced player. Calm. He's the switch of the team. In difficult times, he gets the team going. And I don't know, Onyedika seems to have picked up some confidence from the AFCON.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The kind of football he played after his team went down and how they managed to pick themselves up was just wonderful. You know, they started with a 4-2-3-1 system, but just when they went down and the substitutions came, they just decided to go with a 4-3-3. I was like, hey, how will Atletico Madrid survive? In as much as Simeone has been compact over the years, his current team is the weakest in terms of, you know, building up steel to repel dangers from other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you compare Atletico Madrid's central midfield over the years to this midfield they have now, Marcos Llorente and Koke is aging. As Marcos Llorente, the steel you would want to cover up in defense for you. Even look at the central defense, Hanko and Pubil. These are not. I look at them and I'm like, are these Atletico Madrid players? Yes, let's be sincere. Are these athletes from the likes of from Godin and all that? Even when they were terrible, I think there was this centre back that.
Sporty FM.
There's this centre back. Was it Savage?
Yes,
the one who played.
Yeah, Aeroprone Savage.
Yes. He's Savage.
Yeah, Savage. He played Man City.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they got the job done. But look at this Atletico Madrid team. Are the players a reflection of how the manager wants to play? I'm sure he's struggling to get the defenders who would play just like he wants. The central defensive midfielders or the CMs who would play exactly how he wants. He's only holding on to Koke because of what he's done for him in the past. But ask yourself, are they compact like that? Is Ademola Lookman the player who will give you that sort of support to your left back? Giuliano Simeone, is he a player that gives you that kind of support to your? It's a bit of a problem, and they have to deal with. You can see Griezmann drops deeper and deeper and deeper, coming to pick up the ball because no one is able to pick up and feed him.
This is Sporty FM.
Gone are the days when Atletico had this midfielder who used to play with Koke a lot more times. I've forgotten his name.
Thiago.
Yes, Thiago, and then there was one.
Gabi.
There was one who came to. I think Gabi was also one. There was one. Was he? Did he come to Chelsea? Yes, he came to fill at Chelsea. Is it Saul Niguez?
Oh no, yes, Saul Niguez, yes, Saul Niguez, yes, that's him. Yeah, Saul Niguez, yeah.
So all those players, and if you compare Llorente to those players, and you compare the likes of Bayern, they are not at those levels.
No, but
so it would take some time.
Atleti had some very, very good defenders. Miranda.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They've moved on.
And then there's the guy who took he coached a team at the Club World Cup, Felipe Luis.
Thank you. So you see, the levels have dropped.
Yeah.
Sporty FM.
And now today is a chop and change. If I even asked you to mention the central defenders of Atletico, back then you knew them.
Yeah.
But now,
Hancho.
Today is Hancho, is Pubil. So it's a problem.
Yeah.
But Club Brugge, I think themselves were a bit disappointed. Now they managed to, concede very early in the game. You cannot blame them because when you are meeting players like Ademola Lookman and the likes, Julian Alvarez, you'd expect to think about how you can prevent them from scoring. It's going to be an interesting game on the return at the Wanda Metropolitano. I expect Club Brugge to come and cause lots of havoc, questioning of the Atleti team. But Simeone knows that he cannot fail this time. Already in the league, they are fourth. They could drop because Villarreal, after yesterday's victory, have just gotten better ahead of them.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite crazy, but I think that yes, Atletico should be able to do this at the Wanda Metropolitano. When they are playing at home, there is a little bit of extra energy that helps them to get over the line.
Michael, Atletico, they do spend a lot of money bringing in players to actually bolster their squad from time to time. Ademola Lookman has come in, he's hit the ground running. What has to change at Atletico? Is it the coach? Do the players need a new voice in their ear? Has Simeone overstayed his welcome? Let's do this quickly in 3 minutes.
I think you've answered it rightly. They need a new direction technically, and it looks like Simeone is not the man. I'm sorry, but I've been a fan of the job that he's done at the club. He's totally transformed them. He took them to the very good days under Luis Aragonés after taking over from Gregorio Manzano. Won them the Europa League, won them the league, won them UEFA Super Cups, went off for a period. Again, he re-established them, another Europa League win, another league win as well. But I think where they've gotten to, Simeone is like getting to 17 years or 18 years at the helm of affairs for the club. And I think that is enough. They need to look at the way forward. His coaching methods and everything is not really bringing the best out of the players at his disposal. I was listening keenly when Kelvin was mentioning the players that Simeone used to achieve success in previous times. The mentality they had, the likes of Diego Godin, Felipe Luis, you could go on and mention a lot of names. It is very different from the kind of players that they have now. The likes of Ruggeri, Hans Kohl, and the lot that you find in the Atletico team now, they are just talent, but they don't necessarily have the kind of mindset or mentality to play a game of cojones like Simeone expects from his teams. He expects them to play with balls, and these players don't have it. And that is the biggest issue. And when it happens this way, I think the only way forward is that you can't disband the entire playing squad. What you can do is that you look beyond the technical guide they are getting. And so I think at the end of this season, respectfully, both parties should sit down and look at the way forward. And I think the way forward is Atleti moving on without Diego Simeone. He's done his best, and there's not more he can do at Atletico Madrid as it stands.
Right. Michael, there are some games to look forward to in the Europa League tonight. Let me quickly take you through the games. Brann will take on Bologna. Dynamo Zagreb take on Genk. Fenerbahce play Nottingham Forest. PAOK play Celta Vigo. Celtic will take on Stuttgart. Lille play Red Star Belgrade. Ludogorets will play Fenerbahce. And then Panathinaikos will play Pilsen. Quickly, which games interest you tonight? Which games should we pay attention to later tonight in the Europa League?
Nottingham Forest, because of the English interest, and also Fenerbahce, judging by the players they've added to their squad, they are a complete setup. Forget about the name that they are a Turkish club. Whatever team we saw from Galatasaray in terms of the players that played for them against Juve is similar to Fenerbahce. Ederson, who is a treble winner with Manchester City, is their goalkeeper. There is Fred of Manchester United fame, Marco Asensio of Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain fame, and Milan Skriniar, Inter Milan, PSG. Fenerbahce do have some quality individual players in there, and they are also coached by Domenico Tedesco. In recent times, one of the youngest bright minds to emerge in terms of coaching. So yes, they'll take the fight to Nottingham, who have changed coaches at will this season, and they want a response from Pereira, who just took charge from Sean Dyche. I think Nottingham also have very good players, and it will be an exciting game. It's a game I see both teams scoring, but I think there'll be much fun in it. The kind of atmosphere the Fenerbahce fans will create against Nottingham Forest, I think is one to look out for. And then Vincenzo Italiano takes his Bologna team to Norway. Brann, we just spoke about a Norwegian team that is making the country proud in terms of their exploits in the Champions League. I think Brann are also, per their standards, done very well in the Europa League. And Bologna will take the fight to them. Italiano wants to achieve some level of success with his team. He won the Coppa Italia last season. He wants to take it a notch higher. And I think they have the squad set to do what they want to do. The likes of Orsolini, they all come to the party when it matters. And I am tipping Bologna to go to Brann and then get a positive result. I'm seeing Bologna scoring, and then I'm seeing like 2 or more goals in this encounter. I think these are the 2 main games I'll be watching. And for Ghanaian interest, Baba Rahman for PAOK.
Right. And there are Conference League playoff games to look forward to as well. Kups will play Lech Poznan. Noah take on AZ Alkmaar. Sigma Omuk will play Luzern. Stringy will play Crystal Palace. Drita play Kelj. Jagiellonia will take on Fiorentina. Omonia will play Rijeka, and Skandija would play Samsunspor. So for Conference League fans. These are the games we should be looking forward to. Very interesting teams in there. Apart from Crystal Palace, possibly AZ Alkmaar, Fiorentina. All the other teams in there, not your very popular sides. I think for the Panthers out there, they will know a lot of these teams. But Michael, let me say a big thank you to you for joining us on the show this morning. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be back to run the rule over everything that happened in Europe, and then we'll talk about Ghana Premier League and other matters in the world of sport. So Michael, thank you for joining us. Have a good day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you, Raymond. I'm going to drink attire. Bye-bye.
I'll bring you the pot. That was Michael Azaribodu joining us from Kumasi, 91.3 FM, Sporty FM. And he'll be back with us tomorrow as we get into the preview of the Ghana Premier League weekend and other matters to look forward to in the world of sports. At 10:05, we bring you Inside French Football. Nathan Kwa will be bringing you Inside French Football. There's a lot to talk about on the show today. Habib Bey, he has joined Marseille as their new coach. He was sacked from Stade Rennes last week, and he has a new job this week. He's joining Olympique Marseille, who parted ways with De Zerbi a few days ago. Nathan and his team will be talking about that on Inside French Football and other matters arising in the French League. Paris Saint-Germain, they've lost the lead to Lens. That's another interesting one they will be talking about. What's going on with Paris Saint-Germain? At 10:05, Inside French Football will bring you all the inside stories. At 12, we bring you the news. At 12:30, we bring you Sporty Plug with Nana Kwame Labi and Immortal Ejakwe Champon. For our Panthers out there, there are 16 games in the Europa League and Conference League together. So Europa League, Conference League combined would give you 16 games that Sporty Plug would give you solid predictions on. You don't want to miss that show for all the rice in the world. You don't want to miss that show for all the coffee in Brazil. And then at 4 p.m. we bring you Sporty Drive with Fifi Banton, the Dynamite.